But as far as my trip up from Eric's place, the things I've immediately noticed I would like to work on is mainly first and second gear. I don't need to rev as high as I think I do just to get it moving. I was going to like 3,000 and then 2,000, and now I'm trying to get it around 1,000. I actually don't need that much to get it moving. And just really playing around and getting familiar with the friction zone, like what Eric said. The plan is to daily this car, just get as comfortable as possible. I just need reps at this point. Yeah. Let's see if I can get a little bit more aggressive with my launches. Yeah, that was a good second. I did a thing. Yeah, I did a thing. All right. All right. I am getting better at first. I don't need to go up to 2,000. I only need to really go to 1,000 just to get it moving. And then from there, immediately, once I get to 3,000, just go into second, but don't disengage until it hits 1,500. And that's what I just need to get used to, that motion over and over again. First, second, first, second, first, second. Once I'm in third, everything's easy. And it's good to put myself in situations where I'm uncomfortable, because I need to be able to be in any situation. Like eventually I'll be able to drive this into like a proper city like DC at some point or whatever. 3,000. Boom. Yeah, it needs to drop way more than I think before I can let second go. I did it. Yeah. So that's my challenge there, is I anticipate second gear way too much because I want to get it over with. I want to be fast at getting off the line for the most part and not bother other people behind me. But I can't do it in time. And so I just need to be patient and just hate the fact that I'm inconveniencing everyone around me. Eric has been trying to get me a car for a while. Like, we've been joking about cars for years. Financially, it just didn't make any sense to me, at least at the point I was in my life, until very recently, to develop a skill set I have always wanted. We've been looking at, Miatas, and I would love, even a CRX or even a Accord would be fun, but, decent ones are like $3, $4, $5 depending on what it is, especially like Miatas. They're in such high demand now. And for the most part, if I'm just learning on something, I don't really need to go the nicest one in the world. I really just need to learn on something. And this, I'm actually really happy with this car. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting it. Now that I know just to be patient with second gear, okay, I figured out second gear. I just need to not bow to the pressure of people behind me. No pun intended, because I do need air, and I am about to achieve my goal of getting some air in my tires. Damn, someone's there. That's fine. Another excuse to keep driving. All right. Keep the momentum, build the revs, keep the momentum. Yeah, I didn't stall. All right. I'm figuring it out. Eric was a great mentor. He's like me. We're very tactile, so we need to actually do it in order to figure it out. You can read about it and you can understand how an engine works, but unless you actually like do it and participate in it, it's really hard to grasp it. And you can really feel the car when it's happy. And I've played a lot of Assetto Corsa, and I've played a lot of like Formula One games, Gran Turismo growing up, but none of them really have that level of detail. Mainly like with the clutch, stop and go traffic, trying to merge onto into a city, or parallel parking. I'm like, I've never done this before, because in simulation, why would I do that? So it's good to finally fill in all of the many holes I have in my my skill set. So yeah, as far as a narrative goes for this video, no idea. I'm really happy that I'm in this situation to begin with. Eric found a good deal, took the initiative, bought it for me, and then I'll pay him back, just because I didn't have the cash just ready to go. And unfortunately, when it comes to used cars, I just kind of need to be able to just go. I'm home. And yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this every day. All right. It's day one of having a manual. So far, so good. Peace. Here we are, day 2. Went through the drive-thru, great. And I noticed something in the drive-thru that's hilarious, and that's the trickiest thing that I need to work with, is itching forward. It's like being in stop-and-go traffic. What used to be a single-step process, sometimes a 2-step process and an automatic, like in my Kia, well, that one, you just let off the brake, and generally you'll probably coast forward. If not, you can give it a little throttle and then hit the brake again. In here, in a manual, I'm in neutral because I don't want to keep the clutch in, so my foot's on the brake. So that's my starting point. I need to clutch into first if I'm downhill, find the bite point, accelerate just to get coasting, clutch in immediately, back into neutral, coast forward, brake, make sure I'm in neutral, clutch out. It's like 5 steps when it used to be 2. So it is also possible for it to be 1 step, but worst case scenario, it's 5. I'm getting better about getting off the line and from first, and just getting to that bite point as quick as possible. Not over accelerating. I'm faster if I accelerate less, which I need to wrap my head around, because the speed of which I'll get off the line really comes from how quickly I disengage the clutch, not by flooring it. So it's just a mindset I need to work with. But yeah, day 2, great. Quick update. It's been 2 months I've had the Acura at home. After bringing it up from Eric's, we passed inspection. Drove it up. I drove it every day for about a week. I was doing maybe 40, 50 miles a day for about a week. And then eventually I came outside and I found a little leak. And it was right in the rear left. And it was black liquid. So the only thing that would make any sense, since it's a front wheel drive car, it's not a diff. It's not going to be oil really of any kind besides brake fluid or shock oil. It's coming from a weird spot. If you look at it, right behind the back left. I think it's fuel. It really smells like gasoline. So, hello again. So, of course, just another thing to add to the list. It was 98 degrees yesterday, and I found out that the AC doesn't work. So, hooray! Now, obviously, I don't have much capability or capacity to test it fully, but there's a couple things I can do. The easiest thing I can do is test the Schrader valve. So, let's try that out and see what happens. And then inside here are going to be our Schrader valves. I heard a little. Did you hear that? It was a little. A tiny little noise, so maybe it just needs a little bit more. Hopefully it just needs more Freon. If it's a compressor, then that can be really, really annoying and be quite expensive. See what I can do, but hooray.